Hey everybody, it's Rena, or Serena, however you want to call it. It's day 157. It's been 157 days since I've gotten the procedure for facial feminization surgery, and I'm not sure when I'm going to upload this video, to be honest, but it has been over 5 months, close to half a year, or 6 months, however you want to say it. I wish I had uploaded this video a lot sooner, but there's a lot of complications, and I'm going to go into that later on in this video. But if I'm recording this now, then I'd presume I'm probably going to upload it soon, because I probably felt more confident and comfortable recording myself again to upload this video. But I also just wanted to get it out because I really wanted to make this video for educational purposes for other trans women who are looking to get the surgery and are not too sure what to expect, or want to see like a realistic timeline of like what to expect, how to have realistic expectations of how their healing is going to go about, and what to expect on each month, how they're going to look, how their face, how the swelling is going to go down and whatnot. And do keep in mind, I'm not a professional when it comes to these types of things. This is more so me sharing my experience to my community, to my people. And if anyone else out there is watching this video and they're not trans or part of the community, I hope you take away something from this as well. I'm just always here to try and educate people and just to put my experiences out there, because when I first came out transitioning, I always wanted to look at other videos and try to see how I can relate with them. And I found sometimes there were certain topics or certain things that weren't being discussed that I wish had been discussed, and so I decided to just make videos about them myself instead of complaining about it not being out there. I know there's tons of facial feminization surgery videos out there of other trans women, and that's really cool. But when I first had facial feminization surgery, I couldn't find a single video where there was a timeline like documented, like a very thorough timeline documented. It was just like, oh, here's 2 weeks after surgery, or here's 5 months, but they don't document like the time in between. Like in my video, like I don't document every single day, but I document like weeks, next week, week here, a month there. So that's what I was looking for when I had the surgery, but I couldn't find anyone that had that type of format. The closest I came to was Cool Trans Girls, another YouTuber. I think she had like 5 weeks. That's pretty cool. She documented it mostly, and I liked it, and it gave me inspiration to do something similar, but to a more severe degree. So I was like, oh, let me do like half a year or like a year. At first I wanted to commit to a full year, but then I was like, oh, maybe less, just because I don't want to like wait too long to upload something again, and people asking, where's your videos, why haven't you uploaded? And let me get into that now because I keep mentioning it. So it's probably been about 7 or 8 months or so since I've uploaded my last video on YouTube, and even longer since I've uploaded a video where I went on camera and you heard me and saw my face. And so let's get into that. So a couple things I want to talk about with the facial feminization surgery. So every surgeon does incisions differently, and let me show you what I mean. So right here you can kind of see it's mostly healed, but this is where the incisions were done to cut my head open for the surgery. My surgeon cut along right here. You can't really see because I was fortunate enough to have most of my hair grow back. A lot of trans women aren't so fortunate to have their hair grow back right there. Some of it doesn't grow back. Mine's mostly fully grow back, and I'm thankful for that. But some of your hair might not grow back there if when you get surgery, or if you get the surgery. So just keep that in mind. Everyone's healing is different, and yeah. So as you can see, my hair is incredibly short, and that was one of the reasons why I was very insecure and very uncomfortable uploading a video, because when my surgeon did the incisions, she had to shave the sides of my head to get the incisions that she wanted. And I mean, I understood that, but she kind of butchered my hair a bit. So I had like hair that was like chunks of hair that was like long and short. It was just so uneven. It was horrible. It was a nightmare. My hair was ruined. It looked like a disaster. And I had something else happen to me, which it's called shock hair loss. And what shock hair loss is, if your head suffers any type of severe trauma, in my case, like the incision when she cut my head open, and when, you know, she put my head back together, basically. I know it sounds kind of crazy and kind of scary, but I mean, you know, you don't feel anything because you're put to sleep. But my head suffered a lot of trauma from the incision and the surgery, so I actually lost hair for a whole month straight, and I'm talking like clumps, inches, or to the point that I had to vacuum my room in my bathroom every day because I was losing so much hair, and even in my shower, and it was awful. It was really discouraging, and it's not uncommon to experience post-op depression. Post-op means post-operation, after your operation. It's very common actually for a lot of trans women or people in general to face a lot of depression after their surgery because they might not see the results right away or some after effects. And in my case, the hair loss was really big for me. And I know some people think, oh, it's just hair, and everyone's different. So in my case, you know, I'm a trans girl, and I feel like I look more masculine and less feminine without my long hair. And my hair was a part of my identity. I grew it out for almost 3 years, so, you know, it was a part of me that I lost, and it really hurt. It felt like a part of me was ripped away when I had to cut my hair. I was forced to cut my hair. I couldn't let it be like that. It was awful. It was horrible. So I had to shave the sides. I ended up going for like a mullet. You'll probably see it in the picture, the different pictures that I logged on this video. Like, there's different like pictures throughout my transition with the surgery. Not really transition, but I guess the healing progress. And you'll see that my sides are shorter. Even right now, they're a little bit shorter. The mullet's kind of mostly gone. My hair's growing back. I feel like I'm at a point now where I'm more comfortable with the length of my hair. It's not like super like short anymore. It's still pretty short, just not super short like how it was when I had to first cut it. Definitely looks more feminine now, so I'm really happy about it. Another thing you'll notice too is my voice is very low now. The surgery itself doesn't affect your voice, but it does, if that makes sense. And let me explain. So let me actually go over what I got done. So the first thing I got, well, I mean, I don't know what order they did it in, so I'm just gonna go over like everything that I got done, I guess, in no particular order. So what they did is they shaved my brow bone and my what's it called? The brow bone and like the forehead or whatever. So like right here, it's flat now. It's not protruded anymore. They got rid of the protrusion and gave me a slight brow lift. Also, you notice my eyebrows are thinner. That's not from the surgery. I just did that myself. I taught myself how to do them. I made them thinner because I don't know. I feel that thinner eyebrows look a little more feminine on me, and I feel like I had to compensate for something when I had my hair cut short. So, and I've never had thin eyebrows. I've always had thick eyebrows. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's a preference, and I'm actually happier with having thinner eyebrows. But yeah, I had the brow bone shaved and my forehead. Another thing I had shaved, or I guess reduced, was my nose bridge right here. I used to have like the arch, and that's typically with the biological males when they go through puberty. They get that hump on their nose that the nose bridge is just arched. So I got that shaved down. Another thing you can kind of notice is my chin's a bit smaller. I got a chin reduction and I got jaw reduction. I shaved my jaw and chin. It's still a little bit swollen. It's been like almost over 5 months, but there's still a bit of swelling. It's not too noticeable though, thankfully. And lastly, what I got done is the tracheal shave. In other words, for people who don't know what that is, your Adam's apple. And you can see where my doctor did the incision, shaved it right here. So my theory is that since my trachea, my Adam's apple wasn't already super protruded, like you can really see it before the surgery, I think it kind of like affected my voice a bit. I wouldn't say my voice is damaged, but lately I've been having it rest at a lower pitch, just because I feel like now it's harder for me to speak in a higher pitch, and the timbre is different too with the way I speak. But honestly, I think this is more so what I'm going for. I'm definitely planning on getting voice feminization surgery next to make my voice sound more feminine and change the timbre a bit, because I still really hate my voice. And that's another thing. I'm really happy with the results. And, you know, my voice also gave me dysphoria. And my number one problem was my face at first. And since now I'm really happy with my face and it doesn't give me dysphoria anymore, I think what happened was that all the attention I had from the dysphoria on my face shifted over to all the dysphoria I get from hearing my own voice or just speaking. So now I'm really dysphoric about my voice. I hate it. I have been misgendered very recently because of my short hair and the voice. I feel like before, maybe, because my hair was longer and I dressed more feminine, and I always had my makeup done and a bunch of other things that are just like seen as feminine in the stereotypical society that we live in. I think for those reasons I wasn't really misgendered before, but lately I've been getting misgendered again. It's killed my self-esteem, but like I don't really get it. Let it get to me a whole lot. But yeah, so but alright then, so let's talk about like what to expect from a surgery, because I know I've just yapped on a lot already, and I'm a yapper, as you all know if you've been subscribed for a while. I just like to talk and talk and talk. So what you should expect from a surgery is that going into it, you are going to be sedated, so like you're going to be put to sleep, so you're not going to experience nothing. And you wake up, it's a huge like shock. You're just like, oh my god, like where am I at? Like what happened? That's how I reacted when I got it. I was super scared when I woke up. I was like, oh my god, where am I? I was out of breath. I thought I was dreaming. I thought I was like in like a nightmare or something. I didn't know where I was at, but I woke up in the hospital bed in the recovery room. So everyone's surgery and healing is gonna be different, of course, and I got a lot done, right? So I think it took them a total of 9 hours, is what my surgeon said, for the surgery. And typically, if you're getting less than that done, if you're gonna get less than that done, like what I got done, it's probably gonna take like maybe 6-7 hours, sometimes 8. But mine was 9, so it was a bit over the threshold. So I was operated on for a while, a very long time. Yeah. And I stayed overnight in a hospital bed for, I want to say, I think it was 2 nights and 3 days. And on the 3rd night, that's when I went home. It said they're going to keep me in for like only 1 night, but I was really struggling. I could not swallow anything. I could barely breathe. I had a lot of thumping in my head. And another thing too is you'll see in the pictures in the first couple days, I have this tube in my head, and that's basically it's like a drainage, because you have like a lot of blood loss inside your head. So it sounds gross, but there's like a little hole in your head where they put the tube in, little incision, and it's like wrapped around, and it's disgusting, and your head's gonna be pulsing for a bit, and it was really hard to sleep with that. I was suffering quite a bit from it, to be honest. It was, let's just say, I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. I don't really have any enemies though, but you get what I mean. It was awful. It was probably the worst thing I've ever experienced. It felt gross, uncomfortable, and yeah, I would say I wasn't able to sleep comfortably and without pain until, honestly, after it was actually removed. And I think they removed it after 14 days, like 2 weeks. So yeah, for the first 2 weeks it was miserable. I couldn't sleep comfortably. I would wake up sometimes wanting to throw up. My head would be thumping. I had to have lots of appetite. I had to use the thick liquid to make a liquid thicker for me to drink, because I couldn't swallow anything. I couldn't eat anything, like any solid foods. I was on a liquid diet for strictly like about like a month or 2. So no solid foods. I was eating soup, gelatin, applesauce, mashed potatoes, like after like the 2nd week, but like it's more like kind of liquidy. So that was mostly what my diet consisted of. It was miserable. I lost a lot of weight because I wasn't really eating anything. And yeah, it was really tough, to be honest. And you'll see a lot of other trans girls, like in their videos too, they're talking about their FFS recovery. They talk about it too, like the pain's horrible. And my doctor prescribed me ibuprofen. It was not enough, honestly. I also took Tylenol, because I really needed the Tylenol for the pain. The pain was immense. It was really severe, and honestly, I hope, I don't have to go through that again, and I don't think I will. But yeah, I would never want to redo it. But if I had to redo it for the surgery, then I wouldn't change anything. I would do it again, because the surgery was worth it, and I'm really happy. Let's talk about the pros and cons. Actually, let's just talk about them right now. Yeah, so the pros, I have gender euphoria now instead of dysphoria with my face, so I'm really happy. looks more feminine, but it's very subtle too, because I didn't want to do too much of my surgery, you know. And it's okay if you do want to change a lot of your face, you know, if you don't like how your face is, if you're gonna get the surgery. But, you know, I wasn't too sad about my face before. It was more so I just wanted to have more feminine features. But, you know, I look like my mom, and I never thought I was ugly. I just was dysphoric because I had masculine features, and I got rid of them. So, you know, that's a big bonus. Another pro is, you know, my face card's better now. So, I mean, aside from my voice, if I don't really talk in public, I usually get seen as like a cis girl or whatever. So, you know, I don't get misgendered a lot from my face. It's just my voice that kind of sells me in a bit. It kind of, you know, outs me as a trans person. Let's talk about the cons. The healing process, awful. Yeah. I think they took the stitches off after 3 weeks. It was supposed to be 2 weeks, but I had 21 stitches, and it only took a couple off after the first 2 weeks. But they took the rest off after the 3rd week, and it hurt because by then, you know, like the numbness, because your head's numb for those first 2 weeks, it was mostly gone, and so I felt some of the ripping of the stitches off my head, so it really hurt. It wasn't stitches, my bad. It was medical staples. But some surgeons use stitches, but mine used medical staples. Yeah, and they took them off, and it hurt. It felt like little pinches on my head. And the tube, getting taken out too after the first 2 weeks, that was a relief, because after 2 weeks of having that tube in my head, I finally took it off. You know, my face was a lot better. Another thing too is my face was wrapped in the gauze and all that mummy wrap. I think it was for the first 2 weeks as well. I had to sleep with it, have it on all day, every day for the first 2 weeks, and then after that, for the rest of the first month, I just had to put it on at night. Another thing I recommend doing too is buying, it's like a head wrap. You put it on your head. You can buy it on Amazon. I don't have it with me. I wish I did, but it's like a head. It's like a it's a chin. It's like a chin strap or something. But you can put like ice packs inside of it, and it's called a jaw bra. I think a jaw bra, or that's my friend calls it. And you just put ice packs in it, and it helps with the swelling on your chin and your face, and makes the pain in your face more numb, so it's easier to fall asleep with it. I recommend using that. Just, you know, taking Advil, trying to eat something, so make sure at least like eat like soup or gelatin or whatever. And if you're having trouble swallowing, use a thick liquid. Buy some. I was struggling with swallowing, and it was really tough. What else? I was fortunate enough to have my mom take care of me, so make sure you have someone to take care of you, because I guarantee you won't be able to take care of yourself. It's really hard, especially because you feel like you can't get up, you feel weak, fatigue, and you're in a lot of pain. So make sure you have someone to take care of you, whether it's a friend, a neighbor, anyone you can trust to take care of you. So please keep that in mind. If you don't, I think some hospitals offer like to take care of you if you don't have anyone to take care of you. You can probably stay there until you feel like, you know, you're ready to go home on your own, if you do live by yourself. So keep that in mind. Make sure you do research on the surgeons beforehand. I did various research on my surgeon beforehand, and I talked to her a lot about what I wanted to get done. And that's another thing. Make sure you have a list to write down what you want to get done, to be specific with them, and have pictures ready. Sometimes like references of other girls, like, oh, I want my chin to look like this. Like I went on Pinterest and looked at like different girls, and I was like, oh, I want my chin like hers. Things like that, things of that nature. And make sure you're mentally prepared too, because I was like, oh, I'm prepared, and then when I was on the operation bed, I was a little nervous, but you know, I had time to prepare between the consultation and the day of the surgery. And yeah, like I said before, just make sure you have a strong support system, someone that supports you through a surgery, and not just like taking care of you, but also like mentally, emotionally, because you're gonna be probably more than likely depressed after the surgery, because you might not look like what you want to look like at first. And it takes time. It does. My healing's still not even done. It takes 6 months to a full year. To be honest, it takes a full year though to actually see the full results for your face to grow into it and everything. Plus the effects of the hormones doing its job as well of to redistributing the fat around your face. So yeah, full year. And I think I'm close to 6 months, like I keep saying, 157 days. I will make another video when I do hit a year of, you know, from the surgery to like the present of like the healing progress. So don't worry about that. Once I hit a year, you know. Another thing too is I have just hit 3 years on HRT as of like 2 weeks ago, I think, the 21st or 22nd of September. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about the surgery from my experience. You know, I'm really happy with the results. My doctor's name was Chinwe Kapadua, and if you're in California, you know, that's the Riverside University Health Systems Hospital. She did a great job, and I couldn't be happier with the results. I just, you know, I wish, you know, my hair didn't have to be cut, but, you know, you have to make sacrifices sometimes, and I was aware of that. But, you know, I hope this video helped you. I hope you're prepared to get the surgery if you're gonna get it, or I hope this video at least informed you of what it's like from someone else's perspective of someone that did get the surgery, or at least like give you an insight as to what to expect prior to the surgery. Or if you're not even trans, you're just watching this video randomly, like it popped up on your algorithm or like recommended videos, you know, thanks for watching and sticking to the end, because I know I blabber a lot. I'm probably gonna insert the pictures of the progress like after the video, like in like collage maybe, and then that's pretty much it. Yes, so yeah, after this video, that's where I'm gonna insert the collage of all the pictures I have of progress of the healing throughout the surgery, all the way up to day 157. I want to have a picture of day 157 because this is day 157. I think it stops at day 146 because it's been 11 days since that last picture. So yeah, you know, I hope you guys all take care and have a good one. Bye.